Welcome back everyone. Today we've got one of my favourites. We've got a beautiful plant-based pizza done two ways. We've got a simple margherita and we've got a delicious pepperoni and jalapeno. Let's get into it. Alright, so first thing we want to do, we want to activate our yeast. We've got 1.5 tablespoons of yeast here, with 2 cups of lukewarm water. And then 1/2 tablespoon of our agave. I'm going to mix this nicely just so it's nicely incorporated, and we're going to leave this for 10 minutes at least just to activate the yeast. Alright, next we've got 3¼ cups of our organic strong white bread flour. And we have 2 cups of one of my favourites, buckwheat flour. All we need is a teaspoon of some sea salt. And nicely crush that and just incorporate it into the flour. This is really important because salt and yeast don't mix, or don't mix well at least. So if they do, the yeast will die and your bread won't rise at all. You'll have a really flat pizza basically. Alright, so first thing we want to do is make a little well in our flour mixture. And then pour our lukewarm water and yeast into there. Beautiful. And literally go from the sides. Mix it in nicely, just until it's nicely incorporated. Then we're going to knead on our surface. And that right there is exactly what we're looking for. A nice sticky dough, just so we can knead it until smooth. Dust the surface with a bit of flour, just nicely like that. Pop our dough on there. To me, this is one of the most therapeutic things you can do. Gonna flour our hands. Just mix that well nicely on there. And get stuck in. Just make sure there's enough flour on the surface so it doesn't stick. As you can see, I'm lifting it up, slamming it down, and folding it over in itself. This is what you call taking your dough for a walk. As you can see, it's getting smoother slightly. We're going to continue to knead for about 5 or so minutes. This is exactly what we're looking for. That is stunning. Alright, we're going to take our dough for one last walk. If you don't have a dough scraper, you can use a spatula, anything with a flat surface basically. But we're going to leave a link to our dough scraper in our bio. That is what you're looking for right there. Next step, we're going to put this in a lightly oiled bowl with a damp cloth, which is going to cover it. We're going to come back in about 2 hours, portion it. Alright, now we're going to move on to our cashew cheese. Here we've got 1.5 cups of soaked cashews. We've got 1 cup of filtered water. Nutritional yeast, which is the cheesiness of the cheese. That's 2 tablespoons. We've got a teaspoon of garlic and 1/2 teaspoon of onion granules. and 1 teaspoon of sea salt. Then we just blend until smooth, roughly for about 1 to 2 minutes. That is exactly what we're looking for. A nice, smooth, creamy consistency. Beautiful. Alright, so now we're going to add our cashew cheese to the pan. I'm going to put on a low to medium heat. We've got a tablespoon of Agar. And this is going to take about 4 to 5 minutes of continuously stirring. This is going to thicken up quite quickly, so I'm going to make sure we keep our eyes near on the times. That is perfect. I'm going to turn off the heat. Continuously mix. That's our cashew cheese done. We'll leave it to cool down. Then if you want, you can put it into a nice bowl, or you can put it into a squeezy bowl, just something to make it easier to put on the pizza. I'm going to put a bit of flour on our plate on our scales. And we're going to weigh out about 130 to 150 grams of dough balls. Next thing we do is drizzle our dough balls with a bit of extra olive oil. Cover with a tea towel and let them rest. Alright, so next step is our toppings. We've got some wild basil, freshly picked from our garden. We've got some charbroiled artichokes, some organic green olives we're going to slice nicely, some pickled jalapenos. We've got some smoky seitan pepperoni, which we've got a tutorial on our channel, so check that out. And we've got some almond parmesan, which I'm going to make a video for you guys. And we've got some marinara, which was made from a jar of tomatoes, a tablespoon of dried oregano, a pinch of sea salt, and about 2 cloves of garlic. As you can see, our dough balls have doubled in size. Now we can start rolling them out. Just want to sprinkle a bit of flour on top. As well, and just press nicely. You want to be gentle as well. Just using the palm of your hand. Get a nice circle. Always flipping over, making sure it's nicely covered in some flour. Size you're looking for. Not too big, not too small.